we're gonna go cold, and we're just gonna talk
That
about
cold
the
open.
change of seasons. We're not gonna say anything about Tom's Lake. We're not gonna say anything about Calderon's two houses. We're not gonna say anything about the city that Ryan owns in up in Poughkeepsie. Uh, um, you know, we're
So
not
we're
gonna
not
say
talking about
anything.
anything good today?
No, of course we are, because all of these people are so happy that the Acolyte got canceled. Right?
Mm.
Oh my
That
god.
was news item number one,
No, no,
guys.
no. Here's the reality.
Uh,
Acolyte was canceled, and they stripped every piece of merch off of the Disney websites. Like
Not
it
just the
is
websites. I heard in the stores
gone.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, it is gone from existence. They are trying to literally Mandela effect that this did not exist.
but it did, and I didn't think it was that bad. It had moments. It had highlights. I think Manny Jacinto was a highlight. I think the fight scenes were pretty nice. The choreography was
It
better
had
than.
the lowest viewership of anything Star Wars
But how? When we can't see the viewer numbers, how do we know
because they
this?
show you can find viewer numbers. They show it. They show
Where?
this stuff.
Where?
I'd have to go dig. You didn't tell me to be prepared to show you Nielsen ratings, but it's similar to when they were talking about X-Men '97, right? Like it was getting all this great review, but the actual viewership is very, very low. Like it was less than What If. So no, I'm not saying it was bad in comparison to this thing, but the viewership numbers on these things are very, very low, and this Acolyte thing was at the bottom of the barrel of all of this Star Wars stuff.
So just to give a foreword on how the Nielsen thing works, is actually I did it before
The Nielsen for streaming?
for TV.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it should be the same thing. So for Nielsen's, one person equals 1,000 people.
Okay.
In a zip code, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the numbers are pumped up because you're not you can't. There's no way for you to track every view of anything.
Right.
Understood.
And a lot of these shows aren't being watched when they're live, so you're not tracking watches from 2 days later, 3 days later, 4 days later. So there's no way to accurately tell any numbers for any show ever of who's actually watching it.
Yeah, it's
By
all
Nielsen,
guesstimate,
right?
It's all guesstimate. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But surely
Okay.
Disney has their own numbers that they're looking at.
Sure,
right?
they know things. They have a little bit of different information.
Which
Right,
they'll,
but I mean,
they'll
what-
never send up.
Well, no, of course not. But with streaming, it looks like they track minutes watched or hours watched or how much time was spent. Not did person X watch the entire episode. It wasn't even with that Nielsen. It's like 3 to 4 minutes, because that's what it measured. 3 to 4 minutes of watching means you watched the entire program.
Yeah,
So
and
they
then
marked
there was
3 minutes I watched.
yeah there was something about they thought that maybe once the season was finished, it might pick up viewers because people would binge it. But on this chart that they had, it was like beep beep beep. This is where the cancellation happened at the end, and it was like pew, like it just fell off a cliff.
Wow, that's crazy.
I saw people posting their videos where they're at the theme parks and they went to the merch stores and they're like, "Hey, look, merch for Andor, merch for Mando, merch for the trilogies. Like, where's the merch for Acolyte? Like the merch that they knew that they had seen the week before."
That means to wait a couple of weeks, you'll be able to walk into Ollie's and get it at a discount. If you
Yeah.
But I mean,
Ollie's.
that's where all this stuff has ended up. Like there's like newer Marvel stuff, like action
this
figures
stuff
aren't a thing.
Yeah, it's not going to be like the ET Atari and they're going to bury it in the desert. Like this stuff will go somewhere and be liquidated.
They did it with those Funko Pops, like they're Funko overproduced, so they bury them.
That's true.
So,
that's
or
fair.
maybe they end up in a country where like the Super Bowl losing teams merch goes.
I mean, it.
You'll see like Pakistan kids playing with like Force witches, like
Acolyte.
Give it 20 years, baby. It's coming back.
Yep.
Back.
That'll be how
it's welcome to come back in 20 years because I'll be gone.
I don't know. I mean, I the way I look at Star Wars now is not that it's overexposed. It's the fact that should it have been more than just one movie, because it feels like that the audience has kind of turned on it right after the first movie.
Remember what I've said. Nobody hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans.
Right.
Right,
But
but
which
if you-
first movie we're talking about? The Anakin Skywalker, where he was
No,
doing
A New
the
Hope.
Ben-Hur race?
The very first movie. So if you go and search and look up like old issues of Starlog and things like that, you'll see people tearing Empire a new one. No
Really?
people. There were people who hated Empire because
Just
it
haters.
wasn't like the original movie and it ended on a bad note.
Yeah, but there's a difference between like people. There's always people that don't like something. It doesn't matter what it is. There's always people that don't like something.
Mhm.
But the larger consumer base did like it. Came back for it. It did well. They did a third movie. Like it was a success. Versus, where we are now. Well, a lot of the failures have been TV shows now. You're talking about, Boba Fett was a tank job, and Acolyte is crap and things like that. So, even Mandalorian, like, it's okay, but it kind of waned after the first season. Like people they're like, I like Mando, I guess, but that was even more just because of Grogu. Like they were more into that character than they were really anything else. So, I think we're in a completely different world, and I think there is an oversaturation to some degree, especially in Star Wars, because Star Wars used to be Luke Skywalker and Han Solo and Princess Leia, and then eventually, backwards Anakin and Padme, and it was this sort of focused thing. Even when it became TV shows, it was still those characters, like that, those situations.
Right.
Once you started like going like Mandalorian, and you're off in weird tangents that did come back. I mean, obviously we connected it with Luke and stuff later, but you have these weird tangents like that. You start to be like, well, why does this story even need to be told?
So,
like, where are we in this stuff?
Do you guys think that people were just upset that the things that were carrying the torch, like the expanded universe stuff, like the Young Jedi stuff, the Shadows of the Empire, the Thrawn novels?
Well, people were pissed that those weren't used,
right?
For sure. I mean, without question. That's why they're all excited that Thrawn is happening in this next Ahsoka thing. Or
because I mean, the Skywalker saga continued with Han and Leia's twins, right?
Yeah.
And the third kid. That didn't happen at all.
And there's the brilliant moment from Kathleen Kennedy that was like, "Look, guys, we don't have a whole lot of source material to like use, and we have to make up a whole bunch of shit." I'm like, "Are you out of your mind?" Like, I'm not even an expanded universe fan, and I understood the value of like Mara Jade and some of that stuff. I'm like, you all are morons if you are looking at the expanded universe and not tapping that in some way, shape, or form for your modern Star Wars stuff, because that's what the fans have grown up with for like 30 years at that point. And that's what they knew, that's what they wanted, and you were like, nah.
Yeah. I mean, they wanted to carve their own niche into that whole entire thing, but
sure,
a lot of that stuff was really repetitive though. It's just you're just going over the same ground over and over again with Jedis and Force. And once Anakin Solo pulled a Star Destroyer out of space, then I mean, like, you've gone for where the character is just so overpowered. Like, how do you stop them? How do you stop someone that can pull a spaceship out of space?
Sure, but you can also let's say we were at the beginning of the sequels, right? And you're Kathleen Kennedy and you're J.J. Abrams and you're whoever else is writing this thing, and your thought process is, we don't want to use any of this last 30 years of stuff. I'm not talking about adapting it, right? But looking at it and saying, you know what, the fans like Mara Jade, the fans like this guy, the fans like this guy, right? Like, why aren't we writing this sequel trilogy using that stuff? Now, again, not a straight adaptation, but like, let's take these guys, let's take Thrawn, let's take all these characters and use them in our way, versus just like, well, let's make Rey and Finn and Poe and whatever. That's the part that I think really threw the fans off initially, is that they were like, all the stuff that we invested in and we have emotional investment in and money investment in is gone. Right. And but so, I mean,
could you have carried that on if you had a better idea what you wanted to do with like a Finn or a Poe character?
Of course. That was the biggest flaw of the whole thing, is that they had no plan for all of it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, but they kind of dropped those two characters to the side pretty much. I mean, you had an opportunity to have a former stormtrooper become a Jedi. and they kind of like, what do we do? But they have no idea what to do with that character.
Well, Finn, I've had this conversation a lot, and Finn had a perfect character arc. Honestly, Finn should have died at the first one. He would have had a perfect character arc from stormtrooper to traitor to deserter to on and on. You know, to
Rebel scum,
deserting them. Yeah, he became rebel scum. He deserted them and tried to bug out. Then he went to save Rey, became a hero again. Like, he had the perfect story arc in that one single movie. It was Finn's movie. It was Rey as well, because obviously Rey is moving forward. But that really was Finn's movie. If you really watch it, it's him. Now, when Rian Johnson comes along and is like, well, let's send him to a casino, that's Rian Johnson fucking up the whole thing, right? But Finn within the first movie is a fantastic character, and really elevates sort of the ordinariness of what Rey was. He carried her the whole way.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not saying that he like should have died, kill that guy off. But I think if he had died in that battle, you would have had a completely different setup for Rey going forward. Right. Because now she's got a level of guilt on her that here's this guy that came back to try and save her, and you know, all this kind of stuff.
Like, you're thinking like a writer, you're not thinking like a producer.
I understand. This is what this
you know, and that's the unfortunate curse that I think we all carry. Is that right? Our creative juices start to flow. Right? Like, I know Calderon's upset that the Acolyte is not going to draw the connection to the place where Rey was studying and the tree that she burnt down being planted by, you know, the naked guy.
I never watched it, so I couldn't tell you. I mean, I just never watched that, so I'm not even commenting. I'm just like, you know.
You better watch it before they pull it off to get a tax break.
Listen, there's plenty of other things on there that I'll take a gander at. That, you know.
Well, yeah, but I mean, and this is where like those kind of things kind of get in my wheelhouse of what bothers me about the whole thing is that people spend a lot of time dragging that show and allow like a really good show like Scavenger's Reign to get canceled. And I'm going to keep bringing it up continuously.
I don't know
what show? What is it?
Scavenger's Reign.
I don't know what that is.
It was on Max.
Yeah.
And then it's on Netflix now. So there's no excuse for people who do not watch it because it's on Netflix now.
Damn, Marvin looked into the camera and said, watch it.
Yeah. Watch this show. Because I mean, it got canceled because people weren't watching it because they were too busy attacking this other show. And there was another show, Supercell, on Netflix.
Great show.
He's getting the second season, and I would have been very upset again if these shows keep getting canceled because no one's watching them.
No, Supercell's getting a second season. That's
He said if.
You're jumping the gun, Marvin. You're jumping the gun.
He said if. Relax.
I said it did. But I mean, when you look at that and shows like if you're not watching just from another show where people really aren't in tune with it, but it's getting what it needs, but other shows are just falling to the wayside because people are more concerned about things they're not watching, not liking, instead of pumping these other shows up so we can get things that we enjoy.
But you just named 3 shows.
To watch these shows, just go work in your damn comics. What the hell's wrong with you guys?
Yeah, but also you just named 3 shows that I have never heard of. I literally have never heard of them.
Exactly.
So I'm wondering if these guys even know how to market a show to make somebody. And I have Netflix, so if it's on Netflix, I'll generally see it come through the spiral.
Well, I mean, Scavenger's Reign was on Max, and they don't do a good job promoting their stuff. And From is on it's on Epic. I mean, formerly Epic's, now MGM.
Okay. So hold on.
So that's Amazon.
Scavengers, what's it called?
Scavenger's Reign.
Reign, REIGN, not Rain.
That's how that's spelled.
No, it's not raindrops.
Not raindrops. Rain as in royalty.
Falling on your scavengers.
As in Reign of Chaos, which is my Kickstarter coming tomorrow.
Exactly.
See, that's a good segue. CJ had a segue.
I like that. We're gonna show it.
I was actually gonna ask you to sell me on the show. What's the show about?
I can't really explain it.
Yeah, you can't.
One of those
Honestly,
ones
you can't.
You can try.
You have to just get into it.
Well, it's about a guy who goes into a store and what is it? Give us the basic.
Fiction? Is it fantasy? Is it horror? Is it all of those things?
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi fantasy.
Yeah,
Sci-fi fantasy. Okay. Yeah. Are they aliens?
Alien planets.
Yeah,
Are,
yeah.
are there spaceships?
Yes.
Yes.
Guns?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then maybe it's what is there good drama?
Yeah, but Rebel Moon has those things too.
No.
It doesn't have good
He
drama.
said good
It does not
drama.
have good drama.
It also has an interesting art style too. If you like,
Yeah.
interesting animation.
It's
good.
animated.
Yeah.
Speaking of animation,
Oh, it's an actual animation or like Pixar animation?
No, like an actual
it's-
animation.
It's 2D hand-drawn animation.
Okay.
Okay. So like Glendale
all
talks
that-
about
all
Seis
that is fake.
Manos, right? Which was on Netflix.
Mhm.
Awesome animated series. Had a grindhouse feel. Brought martial arts to Mexico. While Netflix was trying to figure out whether they were going to give them a second season or not, the studio started to produce the Castlevania. Started to work on the Castlevania animated series. So that delay took it out of their hands, right? They wanted to keep that same style, and there was no coming back to it.
Castlevania show is great too.
What they're on, like the 5th or 6th season, something like that.
Yeah, something like 4th
and
or
then
5th. Yeah.
Is
I
Warren
think-
Ellis still writing it?
Who?
Warren Ellis. Warren Ellis wrote, I think, the first 2 or
Oh,
3
I don't
seasons.
know.
Then he got canceled. I mean, they probably just changed his name.
Right.
You were talking about animation. Were you going to talk about the Lord of the Rings? Is that where you were going?
Oh, look at this. William says Emmy nominated.
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
Scavengers
it won an Emmy, didn't it?
It won? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think for sound or animation or something, it won an Emmy for.
Okay. Netflix recommends crap.
That's what happens when you watch crap. It recommends more crap.
We don't talk about Rebel Moon. Rebel Moon, I can't watch the director's cut. I mean, everybody's saying it's good. I got caught up in the hype with the whole
Part 1 or part 2?
Don't believe it.
I don't know.
How ridiculous he drops part 2 the same day they dropped the director's cut, right? Is that what happened? They dropped the
Well, he
second
was
part
hoping
the
for
same day.
he was hoping for a binge thing, you know.
Maybe like a binge and purge thing.
Well, he's got a new animated series. Is it a series, Twilight of the Gods? Is that a series or a movie?
I don't know.
Twilight of
That
the
I'm not
Gods
sure.
was a
It's an animated series or show or
right,
movie,
right. Where
back in the day.
Perseus.
Yeah.
He I was gonna just tell you, Ryan, you went sideways on me, kid.
Well, I think that the problem with Netflix now is that there's so much stuff on there now that it's hard to find those gems. I mean, it's a lot of coal and not enough diamonds, and it's the way that the search is set up. It's not, you're not going to find the stuff unless someone tells you. Like you stumble upon this stuff by accident sometimes.
Right, like Max is doing the Tiger King now for chimpanzees.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why? There's so many other things.
Because Tiger King made the money.
Yeah.
And
Like,
again,
he
you're
made
saying
Netflix.
And chimpanzees will rip off your face.
Yes.
That's the part that they're saving for the last episode.
Well, that's from the movie that Jordan Peele did, right?
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope. The
Yes.
monkey
Yes.
put a woman's face off. Yeah.
Well, woke. What was it called?
No, nope.
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 Yeah.
I thought Nope was a good movie. It was Jaws in the Sky, right?
No,
That's
it
what they were
was
saying.
it was
Yeah, it
stupid
was
in the sky. It was stupid in the
You
sky.
didn't like Nope?
It was stupid as fuck.
It was
Stop.
okay. At its best.
Stupid as fuck. Stupid as fuck.
I mean,
Oh, see, Tom get upset.
Stupid
like-
as fuck. Overrated as fuck.
We'll get you a refund, Tom.
I can't
Yeah.
completely
Give me
disagree
my
with him.
$8
That's the
back.
problem. I can't, because at best I can say it was okay. And I
Yeah.
mean, and that's being super generous.
Yeah, as I've always said, even when I don't like movies, they have good parts. There were good parts in it. Like there were,
Okay.
oh, that's okay.
Yes,
Like that's
yes,
interesting.
yes.
And there was even kind of an interesting concept to it, sort of.
Yes.
But the execution of it was, let me reiterate, fucking shit.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
they promised you a Cthulhu monster and they
Yeah.
didn't fucking give it to you. They gave you
Right.
some living spaceship. It is give me
Right. And it was an alien jellyfish.
It's
That's
an
what it
alien
was.
that
No,
eats
but it
people
was a
and
kite,
spits
right?
out the change. I mean,
The
it's
kite.
like, what are we doing?
Right.
Yeah.
I think
it didn't
that,
work. It didn't
Peele-
work, and it's overrated. And people love him, so
Mhm.
he got a pass.
Uh-huh.
I think he's got the M. Night syndrome where
Oh my God, somebody said it.
their movies
I wasn't
are
going to.
overextended Twilight Zone episodes. Like
Yeah,
you need
yeah,
45
yeah.
minutes,
Yep.
and that's it. And
The good
anything
concept,
more than
poor
that,
execution.
That's it,
everything
yeah.
falls apart.
Right.
Yeah, do it in 30 minutes, and you probably have something tight and
Well,
like.
he could have had
whoa,
2 episodes there. He could have done
That's-
one with the ranch and one with the monkey. Could have
100%.
done that.
100%. Yeah.
Maybe that's one of his anthologies he was trying to put together into one nice movie. And
All of a sudden,
it
he
didn't
gets
work
to like
out.
his 11th movie, and you're like, "Oh my God, look at all the fucking
Yeah.
threads that
Yeah.
well, like tie together."
not-
It's a
not for
universe,
nothing.
man.
Not for nothing. Who's running the Twilight Zone now?
He is.
Yeah,
Nobody.
he was the last time I
But
heard
but
anything, yeah.
should it have been Creep Show with the way you guys are talking and not Twilight Zone? Because
It's all the same.
Creep Show was more anthology movies, whereas Twilight Zone.
Well, Creep
He-
Show's
Oh, sure. I see what you mean.
Right,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
comics.
He
I meant that
had
there was
no
he brought the
involvement with
TV
that.
show back.
He had no involvement with Twilight Zone except for that being the host.
The Rod
The host.
Serling guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's still a connection there, right? It feels like these are episodes he probably strung together
Right.
and try to connect.
Got
as a
though.
movie.
You were going to say something. He did what?
Oh no. I was saying no. It was the thing about the Creep Show. That's more based on EC Comics than
Oh, okay.
everything else.
Well, the Creep Show, the last season they had an episode with George Romero.
Wait, what do you mean? Creep Show is still going on?
Yeah, it's on Shutter, I think.
Yeah. They just
Yeah,
finished.
they made it a
fourth
TV show.
Shutter.
Yeah, I've
Who
never
subscribes to
watched.
Shutter? Show of hands.
This guy.
No,
I love it.
I don't have it.
I
So
thought about it, but
There-
everything on it seems.
Marvin, just be sure to send out those passwords.
Yeah.
thing.
Share it in the chat, man.
Well,
I
if
didn't
you
even
get-
know Shutter
if
was a
you-
channel. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if you get AMC, it's included. That and IFC is included with AMC.
AMC Plus, yeah.
So
Okay.
there
Had it for a
there's
while. It's
Yeah, there's a few good movies on. There's one, Deadstream. It's a guy who does he does streaming stunts like Jackass, and he ends up getting in trouble and gets his show canceled and loses all his subscribers. So he decides that he's going to go to the most haunted house in America and provoke the spirits live while streaming.
Wait, is this a reality or is this like a scripted show?
No, it's a movie.
It's a movie.
It's called
Movie.
Deadstream.
That was an episode of Supernatural.
I didn't even watch it.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch that.
Didn't watch
15
it.
seasons.
Yeah, and there's one where and I'm forgetting the name of the show where a guy he's stuck in a bathroom, like a bathroom at like a rest stop with an elder god. It is in the other stall.
Nice. That must have been.
Oh, I remember something about that.
Yeah.
I
There's
saw a
there's
trailer
like-
for that.
Yeah, it's kind of like Netflix almost, like or any other.
There's a lot of B movie shit, but it's all
Yeah.
horror, right?
yeah, but they're
Like,
like
it sounds like the Guillermo del Toro Cabinet of Curiosities.
yeah. They have like VHS that series is on there.
But these are full
they have
movies.
some-
Like
yeah.
there's no TV shows on Shutter. It's just full movies.
Oh no,
Okay.
there's series on there. Creep shows on there.
TV
Well,
shows?
Yeah, series. Well,
Yeah,
series.
Creep Show's like a TV show, yeah.
Yeah, it's a series.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
There's the
I mean, it's
original
like
movie or 2 movies.
Yeah.
And
well, no, there were 3 movies, and the last movie just had the Creep Show name attached to it, but it's trash. It's really bad.
The second movie was trash too, as far as I was concerned. The first movie,
not-
I really liked.
Everything except for the Hitchhiker episode. That is freaking hilarious.
Which one had the blob and which one had the cigar?
The Blob was the
Cigar
second
episode.
movie.
That's the second. They're both in Creep Show 2.
They're both in the second
Yeah,
one.
and
So
then
the first
Hitchhiker
one had the house like in Maine overlooking the bluff. With
Yeah,
the,
then,
with
and then there's the
seaweed.
one. There's the one with the creature underneath the steps.
Yeah, and the one with Leslie Nielsen and Ted Danson.
Yep.
And then the one with
Leslie Nielsen.
Stephen
Yeah, when they
King.
get buried in the sand.
Yeah,
Yep.
and Stephen King when he touches the meteorite and it
Yep.
turns into a plant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of that stuff was
It
lifted
was
off.
80s.
Crap.
It was 80s.
That
Okay.
box from that episode appeared in the Friday the 13th Jason Goes to Hell movie too.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's fun. Mhm.
You know, I really like the Friday the 13th TV show. You guys remember?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I used to watch it 2 in the morning with my cat Morris. He used to sit next to me.
So for those of you that are millennials and Gen Z, there's a thing called Warehouse 13. That's basically Friday the 13th.
Really? I would.
You're running around chasing down problematic things.
It's basically
artifacts, and so on.
the warehouse at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Yeah.
where they hide all the artifacts and things, and it's studied by top men.
See, spin-off things like that would have made great TV shows. Like, I think BRPD from the Hellboy stuff would have made a great TV show.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
I'm looking forward to The Crooked Man.
The Crooked Man.
That's the next Hellboy movie.
Oh yeah, I am too. I'm with it. Like
I said, I will own the Blu-ray.
I got the cartoon animated Hellboy over here.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I never watched it, but
so there's a new channel on Prime called Horror Stories, and it has V the series, Freddy's Nightmare, the Freddy TV show,
okay,
and a bunch of other stuff that like it just cycles through all these other old shows. That Freddy show is terrible.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember anything from it except for the first episode when they showed how he was killed. The rest of it is just bad. It's like those later Phantasm movies that have nothing to do, but Pinhead just shows up and just says something creepy and then leaves.
Wait, Pinhead wasn't in Phantasm?
I'm not sorry, Hellraiser. The Hellraiser, the older, like the sequels, where it has nothing to do with Hellraiser. Pinhead just shows up, says something creepy, and then he just walks off or something.
Well, like the one where the space station was the actual cube that had to be.
Well, no,
that was the best of the entire fucking series.
The ones after that, like
they had Rob Van Dam stand-in play was the lead actor.
Yeah. I watched the shark movie that had Rob Van Dam in it.
What?
Yeah.
What is this?
He got eaten by a shark.
What is it?
Huh?
What is it?
Oh, let me look. I don't remember. It was
All right.
I've never heard of this.
I was talking
Well,
about.
Marvin looks that up. And we're talking about failed marketing. The Crow is out.
Well, it's not failed marketing. It's failed movie.
Yeah, just a bad movie.
They marketed it just fine, and people went, fuck no.
Yeah. And listen, and the thing is, I like Skarsgård. I like the guy.
Okay.
But
he's not the problem, though.
Right. He's not the problem. Yes.
Right.
What is this? What am I looking at? What's it called?
It's a three-headed shark.
Oh, Jesus. It's one of those sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
Wow. I had no idea he was in one of those. Okay.
And he doesn't do a 5-star frog splash in the whole thing.
Well, then what's the point? If you're not splashing the shark, what are we doing?
I mean, when you get into that level of cheese, you just got to lean into everything. You know what I mean?
Because that series ended up continuing, and it ended up being like 6-headed Shark Attack. Like it just keeps going. Yeah.
It should have hit the shark. What was it? A Van Terminator?
Yeah, please.
Oh, that would have been great. That would have been great. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen, right? And thank God we won't get a shark or Rob Van Dam in the new Superman movie that just finished filming last week, right?
They're not gonna have. They're not gonna have the shark guy from Suicide Squad.
King Shark. What's his name?
King Shark will not be in the movie.
What's his real name, guys? Trivia time.
Oh my God!
Clark King?
No.
What's his real name?
It's a king name.
Sharktimus Prime.
And it's a Polynesian name.
Yes, it is.
Holy shit!
Oh yeah, that's right. Because they were calling him it in the movie. Yeah, I forgot. Oh.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Nanue.
Nanue.
Yeah, something like that.
And in fact, my partner who helped me start Big Dog Inc. back in the day, he used to write comics called Island Tales that were Polynesian fairy tales and folklore turned into comics. And he actually did a comic about Nanue.
Really?
And what was funny is when that movie came out, we started selling the fuck out of that book on the website. Like people found it somehow and they were like, give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that.
But
they wanted the cute
Google
cuddly guy
optimization.
they got. Right?
So since the Crow was brought up, is it looks like more like John Wick style? Is that what I'm?
Yes, very very over the top / mental health. It's the Joker, basically. It's the Joker, but he's the Crow. Is sort of the gist of it that I got from the.
So he's the Joe Crow.
Yeah, he's Joe Crow.
I can't.
Tom, I'm sure you've seen it. How was Alien Romulus?
Mediocre.
All right, well,
I liked it. I liked it.
Watchable, but there's nothing. There's nothing
Nothing
of
new.
substance there. There's nothing.
Well, there's
substance.
one thing that's new.
Well, there's new things,
I won't
but
spoil
like
it, but
No,
But-
there's not.
yes,
'Cause
there
that
is.
was shown before.
No, it wasn't.
It just looked different.
No,
no, it's
No,
it
it's
is
new.
very different.
it's
Yeah,
new.
it's
It's
not
new and
the
it's
same.
different. It's new and it's different. I won't get into it. It's new and it's different.
Yeah.
And again, there are new things in it, right? Like little pieces of things.
Uh-huh.
The movie as a whole is very much just like original Alien beats. This is like we've been here before. We've done this. You know,
So
It's
it's just-
formulaic. Yeah.
here's an
I like
alien.
it.
We're chasing it down. Oh no, we're in the caverns. Oh
Yeah.
no, it's just like okay. It looks great because Feedy is a great filmmaker. You know, so it looks
Yeah.
visually like wow, this is really good. But just from a story standpoint, there's nothing.
Yeah,
There's
no,
really nothing there.
So it's
no
just a
story.
love letter to those.
Very much,
Okay.
very much. Yeah.
So
And it
what do you-
does connect to like Prometheus and Covenant and stuff as well. So there is some of that, but
Okay.
again, it's all really
And-
minor
yeah.
things. Overall, minor things.
I like a sandwich too if you make it.
It was too late for me to have a sandwich. I wouldn't mind a sandwich.
So what about like the Alien TV series that's coming?
Is it
I-
what?
I don't know what to
Why?
think about that.
It's
I don't
called
know what to think about
Alien Earth.
Yeah. Well, it's supposedly based on the old Dark Horse comic,
Okay.
which doesn't mean
Really?
anything to me because I haven't read it, but that's supposedly what it's based on.
If it does have predators in it, who wants to watch it?
There's no predators. No.
They
But
can't
yeah,
get
it's
that
like
right anymore.
I don't know, and like I don't know how it's supposed to fit into continuity because like how did aliens get to Earth? I don't know. I don't know the story, so
I
I'm
said,
just
what'd you say, Jay?
I mean, they can't get Predator right anymore either, dude.
Oh,
I
well,
like Prey.
well,
The
that
last Predator movie I liked. You didn't like Prey?
Prey. I thought Prey was good.
we're not
Prey
talking
was
about
good.
Prey
No,
was good.
Prey
Yeah.
was
Prey was
alright.
good.
We're talking about
so
the one
that's,
before
Really
that.
good.
that's Predator.
But see,
That was very
I
good.
feel the same people who
Yeah,
hated
but the one
Acolyte
before that
hate Prey.
Yeah.
was
Yeah, that was terrible.
But if they use this as a jumping off point and they
But I
continue
did-
this kind of movie,
yes.
I did like Predators.
I did too.
It was
Yeah.
okay. It's all
The
right.
Robert Rodriguez one, right?
It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
When
No,
he did,
Well,
Yeah,
he
he
was
threw
produced
one.
on it, right?
Yeah.
Robert? He didn't direct it.
No, he didn't direct it. I think he
he did
directed it.
he did the Brody one, right?
Yeah,
that's
the one
Predator.
we're
That's
talking
Predator. That's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Predator.
I thought Lawrence
No,
Fishburne
that's
was
Predator.
hilarious.
No, Adrian Brody is Predaters.
Yeah, it's
that's right.
Predators.
That's where they go to the other
Predator is
planet,
Arnold
the
Schwarzenegger.
hunting planet.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Which one did you say you liked, Calderon?
Predators.
Predators.
Yeah. I also like the original, of course. Predator. The Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh no, that was good. But no, the
That
one
was
with
excellent.
Adrian Brody was good because you
Yeah,
had,
I
you
enjoyed
had
that
Daniel
movie.
Trejo in it. You got Mahershala Ali in it.
Mhm.
Lawrence Fishburne in it.
Yeah.
I
I didn't watch it for any of those people. I watched it because it was a good movie.
no, I agree with you. It was a good movie, dude. The
But
samurai.
you didn't know it was a good movie before you watched it, so you watched it. You wanted to see Adrian Brody.
Maybe he read the
But I
reviews.
didn't. I didn't know any of those people. I didn't know.
I was there for Topher Grace. That was it. Topher Grace made that movie for me.
Oh, that name.
Oh my
bothers
god!
me.
It also
I
had.
knew Predator. That's what I knew. I was like, okay. I knew
I
somebody
forgot
did
it had the
stuff
great
on.
Walter Goggins in it.
Walton Goggins.
Walton or Walter?
Walton.
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 Which
Either
one?
way, he's amazing.
Which
He's a
one was
fucking
he?
man? Who's he?
Which one was he? Which one was
He
he? in
was-
He
the-
was
the-
the prison
the one with
convict
the-
that jumped on the predator's back.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
He
talk
should've
about
died-
stupid, but
he
that's
should've
why he
died-
was wearing
He
a
should
prison
have died
coat.
sooner. Yeah.
He was Chris Maddox in Hateful Eight.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
but he.
Oh well, he was good in what was that? The TV show, the
Fallout?
Border Fallout. Yeah,
Fallout.
He was, good in
a lot,
that.
he was good, but
good
he
in-
was also good as Boyd Crowder in Justified.
I never watched it.
Oh,
Righteous
what-
Gemstones. Anyone?
Righteous Gemstone, Uncle Baby Billy.
So I have a question for you, Predator fans. Okay,
Uh-oh.
Go ahead, let's hear it.
let's go deep. Okay.
Uh-huh.
The greatest hunters in the universe who can't fucking beat a human
No.
being ever.
No, they are not. I don't know who named them the greatest hunters in the universe.
Yeah,
Well, they're the greatest hunters ever, unless it's in the movie. See, all the other stuff they do outside of the movie is where they get their name
It's
from.
like
Once
the
they're-
Invisible Boy, right? Like he's invisible when you don't look at him.
right. But when they get in
Okay.
front of the cameras, they get camera shy and then they can't do anything.
Now I understand. Okay, it all makes sense.
They can't do the Predator Kung Fu there. So,
Like, see, I love Prey. Like, it was a really good movie, right? But
Right.
the instant I was done with that, I was like, well, we're fucked because this is just going to be the trend now. Let's put these guys in feudal Japan. Let's put these guys in World War II.
Right.
And
Right.
every
That's-
single
yeah.
time, the Predator is going to get fucked up and die at the end by
Yeah.
whoever it is that you know
Right.
he's fighting. So
If
I
you
feel
remember-
like the longer the Predator goes, the more useless the Predator is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What I said
I
is
want to see
that, like, remember
Predator
in the
on a spaceship. I don't think you can fucking hang on a spaceship. You know what I'm
Well, no,
saying?
I
You got
mean,
the
They literally
corridors,
have
you got
their
the
own
hallways.
spaceships.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, if you remember in the first movie, remember he
Big one.
killed that first crew and slaughtered them all because it was off screen. Like he can do everything off screen.
Right.
Off screen.
It has to be off screen.
Oh no, yes.
And the
And
Predators,
Predators 2 also. He got the drug triad
Get all
hung,
that, yeah.
strung up, right? Before Ruben Blades found them hanging from their throats, right?
Yeah. See?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Predator.
Ruben
Predator
Blades.
too.
Yeah. He's
Well,
only
I
going to
guess
see
he-
them.
In Prey, he
There
lost
is-
to a chick with a stick. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I
Humans
see,
are
you
the
see,
humans
he
are the
didn't like
greatest
Acolyte. He
predators.
didn't like Prey. I know you didn't like Prey.
I
Well,
do
I
like
mean,
Prey. I do like Prey.
He beat him like in Prey. He beat himself. Like she hid the helmet, and then when he tried to activate it, he shot himself. So I mean,
How did you know to
the
push there?
Predators just
I
weren't
don't
very
know.
bright. That's all I guess.
Like, I literally paid for Hulu so that I could watch Prey. That's how much I wanted to see it.
I did too.
And I liked it.
I
But
did
then, of course, I still had Hulu, and I watched the new Hellraiser, and I was like, cancel this subscription. I don't need any of this.
No, not only cancel, give me my money back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need half
Yeah,
of my
but-
$5 back because I hated one I liked
I mean,
and one I
but
didn't.
the new it was better than those sequels though.
I mean, yes, overall, but
So,
it was,
well-
but the sequels are such a low bar.
Right.
Like,
They
how
are.
can you not be better than?
Let's go. Did you watch the last Hellraiser before they rebooted?
No. The
So-
last one I saw was Bloodline, and then I haven't seen any of the nonsense after that.
I don't remember. I don't remember what it was called, but they actually didn't ask Doug Bradley back to play
Right.
Pinhead, so they had a new guy playing Pinhead.
Yep.
And he ends up killing an angel, and then God banishes him from hell and makes him a bum, and that's how it ended.
Wow, that's great writing.
Hmm.
That's fantastic writing.
So they did the prophecy final movie?
Somebody got paid.
Yeah, basically the prophecy. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what they did,
I
dude.
mean, Carrie Ward was in both
It's
series. She
deep
was
cuts
in
tonight.
Prophecy and in Hellraiser, so I
love
guess.
it.
He was? See, I
Yeah.
only saw the first prophecy.
Yeah.
I didn't see 2 and
That's
3.
the only one you need to see.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor. Holy shit. That is the only one you
You
need
know,
to see.
I bring this up. Viggo Mortensen played a great devil.
Yeah.
Yep.
His performance in that as the devil, everybody's performance was great in that. Christopher Walken, Elias Koteas,
Mhm.
but him as the devil, wow.
Well,
All right,
I
I'm
think-
gonna throw
I
a deep
think one
cut.
of-
Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
Well, I think one of the best versions of the devil was I don't know. I'm shit with actors' names. The guy in Constantine.
Yes.
That version.
Yes. Oh
that-
my gosh.
And
That
they
Peter
said they
Farrelly?
finally finished the second script.
Right. The Swedish guy.
Yeah. Hold your breath.
Oh, listen, man, I want that damn movie.
Yeah, no, we're never gonna get that movie.
Don't say that.
Constantine 2, it's happening.
The Keanu Reeves Constantine too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eventually.
they just finished the second.
It's not around the corner, but it's happening.
Yeah. It might be like 2026. Yeah.
2036.
It's not gonna happen, dude.
It's
It's
gonna
not gonna happen.
be, Keanu wants it, bro.
Yeah, but you
Keanu
know,
wants it.
unless it's a John Wick film, Keanu's not drawing, bro. He can't draw on anything.
No,
but
I don't give a fuck if I'm the only person in the theater. I'm gonna go watch it. I just want it for me. I'm a selfish fuck. I want to see the movie.
And I'm saying this, I like Keanu. I do. But come on,
Well,
bro.
what are you talking about?
Don't you badmouth Keanu.
Yeah, exactly. But what about The Matrix? Those movies drew, except for the one that was on HBO Max. That was,
There we go. Warner Brothers again screwing us.
yeah.
I think the
Peter
funniest
Stormare.
thing,
Peter Stormare was the guy that played the devil in
the
Gods.
funniest thing about that last Extras movie is how they wrote like bad things about Warner Brothers into the script, and the producers were like, I don't care. It's like, what? How do you just attack?
They
the
just got it
studio in the
done.
movie?
That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
it
had
was
already
like-
they had already given her the money. They had already given
Right.
her the money. What are they gonna do?
Just taking shots at the studio continuously through the whole movie.
She's like,
Yeah, but
y'all
then
want
look at
y'all want
Deadpool.
more Matrix? I'll give it to you.
Deadpool did the same thing.
Right, but that was
But that's Deadpool's stick. That's part
the
of
whole
his
thing.
shtick.
Like this wasn't a thing in those other Matrix movies.
Okay.
It was way meta than those other movies were.
It was.
I think that was intentional though. That
Yeah.
meta aspect. I don't know. We've never talked. Well, actually, we did. I think we talked about it right after the movie came out.
Yeah.
Where essentially
It failed.
Wachowski was like, "You want more Matrix? I'll give you more Matrix, and I'm going to give you so much Matrix that you're never going to fucking ask me to give you more Matrix again."
But
And it, made it meta.
I thought they were doing more Matrix without
Not Wachowski.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Without them involved now, they're just going to do their own thing.
Yeah, I mean that
Yeah.
property is too. Is I don't know.
It's done.
I mean, is
And
it?
you need both Wachowskis,
Yeah.
like the Russo
I mean,
brothers.
but-
You need both
but-
Russos.
The Matrix now to me feels like Avatar. Like it's like a non-thing until the movie comes out. Then it makes $2 billion. How does this work with
Yeah.
Avatar? I don't get it.
They
We're getting
sell the
another two of them,
$50
right?
screenings. For
Yeah.
the,
Well,
for
no,
the
I think he
$8.
wants to do like 4 more movies.
Oh, 3 actually. So he's saying he's definitely doing 4 and 5.
Avatar.
He already said, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we haven't gotten the third one yet.
Yeah.
When's the third one dropping?
Who cares?
Isn't
one cares.
it
No one cares.
2026? I think.
Yeah.
But they're going to put money behind it because it's James Cameron, and he's going to invent some new type of special effects or something else that the rest of the industry is going to be able
I
to
tried
use.
to watch that second one. Like I was in a hotel and it was on HBO, and I was like, "All right, I'll give you that shot, man. Let's go." I lasted 20 minutes. I'm like,
no, but that's not
Holy
the way to
shit.
watch that. You need to watch that on a big screen with the
It has to be
sound.
on a
That's
big
it's
it
not
did
about
not
the
matter.
story.
Just the
It's a visual
visuals of
spectacle.
it. The visual of it, I was like, these fucking blue guys again. I can't do it.
It looked like a video game. I mean, it was a
because-
video game.
Yeah,
It was.
and I didn't like the first one. Like I really didn't like the first one. And so going into the second one, literally I was just like, I'm giving you the chance, James.
Mhm.
Like give me something here because the last one was fucking awful.
You know, I got screwed by Avatar fucking twice because I remember when the Cameron Avatar was being promoted, there was a 15-minute screening, right, in advance. And I'm like, oh, wow, they're going to do Aang Avatar. Let's go fucking check this out. And then I see the blue fucking cats. And then I see the Shyamalan Avatar. I got screwed fucking twice, bro. Screwed fucking twice, man. All right. It was garbage. It was garbage. And I hope James Cameron never going to touch anything other than the Avatar. Thank you, my brother. Go in peace.
He can't hear you over the sound of the cash register ringing in his house.
Yeah. His house just constantly rains dollar bills.
Like the movie's not even out yet, and it's already made $1 billion. So whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you though, I mean, for those of you who ever go to Disney World, the Avatar ride is awesome.
There you go.
Right. I mean,
It's-
people
it's
say
still
that, but
printing money.
that's what I said is that
Huh?
so like the merchandise doesn't sell, the games don't sell,
It
movies
sells there.
sell, and the
It sells at
And
Disney.
in the ride sell. Like I don't get it. Like this movie is nobody talks about it after it's over.
It sells
Yeah,
in France.
I can't
sells-
tell
it
you that
sells
I've
out
ever
of
seen
Europe.
someone like wearing an Avatar shirt.
No.
Right? Like I've seen some cosplayers do the blue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I've
what I was
seen
going to
that.
say. The
But like
cosplayers,
just
yeah.
general, like, hey, look at my Avatar shirt. Like I've never seen that. There's no hats. Like it's just nothing. It's like a non-existent thing once it's out of the theater.
Daphne and I are
It's so weird.
supposed to go back in January to Disney World, so I'll buy one and I'll wear it for you. Sean.
You know, Tom,
with the ears.
Tom is saying this. Well,
That's
he's got
good because I
cat
need my
ears.
stock price up.
From
So go buy
Avatar.
all of it.
Tom, flip those cat ears over. I'm sure they're branded Avatar in the back that we can't see.
I mean, it just defies marketing that these movies do what they do. Like it doesn't matter. You don't have to market
but
it at all. Just
that's one
drop
thing
it in
that
the theater.
they do market it. They market the
Yeah.
shit out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying is like in between the movies, like most things, you have to keep up your marketing plan and have something in between the movies that keep it in people's minds. You don't have to with it. You're just like,
Well, go to Disney Plus, and I guarantee you, within 5 seconds, you will see Avatar,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
it's up there. It's in the pre-roll.
and it will stay there forever.
Yes.
But the
That's-
thing
that's
is,
why
though,
they
is I
built
think
Fox.
those films also do well internationally
Yes.
because they're the type of films that you can see those characters and you can see anything in those characters.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like any type of face, right? You don't
Yes.
they don't have to be black, they don't have to be Asian, they don't have to be white. You know what I mean?
But they are. They're Native American and they're Polynesian.
Well,
So
but that's you've read enough books to know that, and maybe not enough people elsewhere have not read those books, and they just see big blue people.
Right.
Okay.
Well, it's
Cats.
easy to get into because you're
Blue
not
cats.
giving them like a deep story either, and it's just boom, boom, crash, crash. I mean, that's why
Yeah.
Fast and Furious movies do well internationally.
Yeah, but I mean, we're just talking about stuff that people enjoy that is popular.
Yeah.
We can pick apart
I mean,
any
look.
genre, any medium.
Of course.
This
But-
exact conversation we could have for music. We're like, listen, there's a lot of pop shit out there, a lot of stuff that gets marketed, bad music, but this album is really fucking good. It's the same thing, you know?
Right.
What's the fantasy movie based on the video game that did very well in China? War something with the orcs.
Warcraft.
Warcraft.
Terrible movie, right?
Yeah.
But it did gangbusters in China for some
Yeah.
reason, right?
That's true.
Okay,
They like
here
their
we
orcs,
go.
I guess.
Here we go. Zing says Cameron stole many of those designs from Panzer Dragon and Final Fantasy X.
Panzer Dragoon, yeah.
I didn't Panzer Dragoon. Excuse me, Dragoon or Dragon?
It's Dragoon. I know what you mean.
Yes, Dragons.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never played either
That's
one.
Sega Saturn.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm still
Okay.
playing Frogger on my Sega, so I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I was going to do. That's Donkey Kong. I'll after you go.
All right. So, all right, James. I've been trying to get to this. James Gunn, Superman.
Oh, God.
Another
Finished.
James.
This
Great
is why
segue,
this
Jay.
is why we went off because no one cares.
Yeah.
I know, but I can't because I've got this to throw out there. Do you think with more than 2 months lead time, we will get a clip, a vignette, or something at New York Comic Con?
No.
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 For
Why?
James Gunn Superman, he said they finished a year early so they can have the VFX artists take their time or whatever.
Take their
don't-
time.
Nothing will be ready by October.
No.
I would
But the thing
say
is-
that the first time you see anything for that movie will be the Super Bowl.
Yeah, very
Okay.
true. Yeah,
Good call. Good
But I
call.
mean,
Good call.
why do you even care?
Got hope.
Because it's Superman?
Yeah.
Because that
Superman.
symbol means hope, right, Jay?
Yeah, but yes, but no. No. I mean.
I could swear I'm talking to adults, right?
Wow.
We're all man children, right?
What I'm
We
saying,
just argued for 20 minutes about Star
yes,
Wars.
I'm an adult.
Space
What are you
Cats.
talking about?
I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Adult.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah. There you go. There you go.
no.
They-
What I mean is like, I'm more than happy to wait for the friggin' movie to come out. I don't need like all this build up, and I don't need all this crap. I'm gonna go see the movie. I don't need to be sold on it.
Okay. They got
You
your money.
understand?
enough.
You don't need to sell me on it. I'm just gonna go see the movie.
I
All
think
right,
a lot of
Captain
people.
America's coming out when? February?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I
I'm gonna go see
think
it.
yeah, but I think we're at a point with Superman because it got dragged so hard when the costumes got out,
Mhm.
that I think people are anxious to see what the final thing looks like because we all know when you see those fucking shots, it's the lighting's fucked and everything's fucked. So, I think there's a lot of people that are anxious to just see like, okay, what is this really going to look like? Like, is this going to look like trash or
Well,
is the CG
but-
going to tighten it up?
They
or-
But it
released
just sounds
they
like
released
marketing.
one image though. That
But
one
it
image
sounds like
they
marketing,
released.
like them.
Yeah,
them
but
put
even
out
that's
this shitty image, so everybody will get talking about it.
Yeah, but even that one image is like, it's not a real image. It's like it was a staged thing versus let's see him fly, and what's it going to look like in that kind of, because even that one image got dragged, like it doesn't fit him and it's too big, and that's where I'm at. I'm like, I'm with JD. Like, I'm gonna see it. Listen, I saw Madam Web. I will go see this movie. So, but I am curious to see what this costume actually legitimately looks finalized.
All right. Do you think they're taking the Sonic approach? They show you the shitty VFX and say, "Oh my God, we're gonna fix it based on fan reaction."
They didn't show any VFX, right?
Right.
So,
it was just shots from them standing around filming.
Well, it was the one where he was sitting down putting his boot on. I think.
But again, that's the one they released.
Yeah, that's just a staged nothing.
That's James Gunn being a nerd and just wanted, he was excited and he just wanted to share something. And I think that people should appreciate that, because then you never got anything else from it. Because if people would have just been more receptive to it, he might have released more images. And he was like,
people were shitting on it too. Why is he taking so long?
Yeah,
he should be more urgency in his like
the storytelling was soft. I agree. The storytelling was soft, but for me, it was just the costume. It just looked like he was wearing a robe. Like it looked
storytelling
bad.
in a photo.
Yeah. But the costume just looked bulky, and it was fitting him weird, and like it just looks really strange. Yeah, it looks really strange.
Right.
So I don't know, man. I'm going into this with Madam Web expectations, so they're pretty low.
I mean, I'm looking forward to his soundtrack. Right? He puts together good soundtracks, man. He pulls out, 80s music that
That's not a soundtrack. That is fucking nostalgia bait. That's all that is. If you want to give me a soundtrack, give me a new fucking soundtrack. No more mixtapes. Yeah, for sure. 100%.
I mean, he's going to play it in positions that are going to work on. I mean,
I'm not saying it doesn't work.
The value of it?
I'm not saying it doesn't work, but I want a fucking soundtrack. Give me a fucking new soundtrack. Like when I go to watch Top Gun, right? It has a brand new soundtrack. All those songs are new, right? And talking about the original 84 one. But now everything that we get is just like, hey, what was cool in 1987? And like, let's just play that stuff. Like,
you know why?
Give me new fucking music.
Because Warner Brothers owns this entire
music
catalog.
I understand.
Have to pay top dollar for it, bro.
I understand. But that's again. Example for me of, hey, let's cheap out.
Well, they're just writing checks to themselves, right? They're writing a check to themselves.
Writing checks is saving money.
Yeah.
I mean, Jay, just watch the Snyder Cut. There's plenty of new music in there.
It took me. I can't believe I did it. I did watch it in 3 nights.
Yeah.
The Snyder Cut of the.
I think it took me 5 or 6. So yeah.
Really.
Wow, I just did it. I just went in and I was like, just get it done.
I mean, it was like 47
hours. Did it like a
Holy God. Yeah, I mean, I started in February and then by July I was finished. Like that's how long it was.
It's funny. That's how I feel about the Matt Reeves Batman.
Yeah, that's
like I've tried to watch it 2 times. I keep falling asleep after he picks up the Riddler in the diner. I didn't know there's another half hour after that. I can't.
That's like John Wick 4. I just got enough of it.
Yeah.
That movie's
you shut your mouth.
2.5 hours long. How long is when they go to the one
to the staircase?
No. The part where he goes, again? Where's is it Japan? There he goes, and they're not building. How long is that fight scene? Because it's
25 minutes.
It feels longer than that.
It's done. Why does it matter? That's the only reason we went to go see the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah, but it's been 3 movies.
You want to see more of them talking instead?
Like how many people can?
You want to see the romance?
Everyone. He kills everyone. He can kill everyone.
I mean, if I'm going to,
the best part of the movie is the overhead when he's in France.
Yeah,
it's the overhead and him with the shotgun.
Hell yes,
hilarious. I thought I was rewatching Doom from when I was a kid.
If I'm going to be in a room and killing a bunch of people like that, I might as well pick up a controller and play the game. Because
funny you say that. Funny you say that. That scene that JD just mentioned is very reminiscent of a scene in a video game called Hotline Miami, which plays exactly like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
That apparently they had no idea existed.
No, of course not.
Well, they never do. They never do. Lion King, Simba. No, sorry. What should we call it? But going to John Wick, I still to this day feel that the guy and the dog was supposed to be the role that Halle Berry was supposed to carry over, and she just didn't come through. So,
but why not? Why not ask her back? Was she busy at the time? Like, was her character not likable? Because everybody loved those damn dogs.
Maybe they didn't get along on set. Maybe that's why.
With
maybe
who?
That's
with
why
who? Because Keanu gets along with everybody.
Maybe Halle Berry wasn't that. Maybe that's why she's doing a direct to Netflix movie with Marky Mark right now that nobody knows about. Maybe it's Halle's fault.
I don't see. Is she a diva on set? Because I've never heard of any stories.
I'm sort of confused as to when Halle Berry became a star. Tell me what good movie she's been in.
She showed up in Swordfish.
Catwoman and Swordfish is what I've been told. She's a great actor.
Well, no, she won an Oscar for Monsters Ball, right? So,
Monsters Ball. Okay, so she did get that. So that's good.
But that was already after. That was already after she was a star. I mean, she's just obviously Hollywood back then. If you're a beautiful woman, like her acting didn't matter, right? But she showed she could.
Monsters Ball. Before she did Monsters Ball, she did a movie called Baps with Warren Beatty.
That is a classic.
That is bad. But to go from that to Monsters Ball.
That's a paycheck movie. You do that to get a paycheck.
Yeah,
that's straight paycheck.
Yeah. I agree.
Like all the movies that Eddie Murphy did in the 80s, late 80s and 90s, paycheck. Just getting the paycheck.
The 90s. Definitely.
Don't you be putting down the Golden Child.
Golden Child is mid 80s.
Come on.
Late 80s I'm talking about. I'm talking about what's the one where he's on the moon?
Apollo Nash.
Yeah, that trash. Like what? Why is he in this movie? And then the one where he's a space, like he's like somebody controls him like a spaceship or something. And then the worst one of all is the one where he only can say a certain number of words. Like, how do you make a movie with Eddie Murphy where he can't talk?
That was his Liar Liar.
Yeah,
that was him trying to capitalize on the Liar Liar.
Like
where like he couldn't say a certain. He had a tree where each leaf was a word, and every time he says a word, it falls off or whatever. But that was one of his family, message movies.
Well, Bowfinger was good.
Which what?
Bowfinger.
What?
Steve Martin.
Oh, Bowfinger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's Norbit.
Norbit was not good.
Yeah, Norbit, and then the second, what's it? Nutty Professor movie. And then
what the clumps? Which one's the one with the clumps? I mean,
that's the spit-off. Yeah,
people still quote that, right?
See, but that's the thing. They keep tapping the same thing over and over again, right? Instead of looking for new material, right, Marvin?
Yeah.
No, but
there you go.
Yeah, boy, you like the way I slid that in there, kid?
That was a half decent one. Half decent.
I'm fucking good.
But this isn't new material. This is trade paperbacks. This is reprints.
Oh shit!
Oh no! There's gonna be new stuff in there though. New stuff.
There's gonna be new stuff in there.
Okay.
Tell them,
new stuff like what, Marvin? Tell us.
Right. So tomorrow at 1 p.m. we'll be launching this live on YouTube. So we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Nice.
We're gonna talk comics and bullcrap, and we're gonna talk about this book, which is going to be the start of the volume 2 and also adding on the volume 1 of The Edge, issues 5 through 9, the Reign of Chaos storyline.
Nice. So this is the pre-launch page. Please, folks, jump on it. And if you haven't spotted this, look at this over here, right here. 237 backed. All right. I'm assuming a majority of these are comic books. So he's been out here in the community, folks, supporting everybody else's book. Show Marvin some love. Launch it tomorrow, 1 p.m. on your YouTube channel or
YouTube, Facebook, Twitch.
Now, let me ask: are you going to put the live stream in the body of the campaign?
It's the first thing there.
Okay, good.
Oh no, it's not. It's at the bottom. Scroll down.
Oh, it's on the bottom of this.
I believe it is. Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, it's in the middle, right here. We passed it.
So I'll move that up to the top.
Yeah, man. Get that in there so people can see. Way to be, brother. Way to be. So, hit that up, folks. All right, tomorrow 1 o'clock. And how long is it going to run for?
till I get tired of talking.
No. How long is the campaign going to run for?
Oh, I think because I wanted to run past local comic shop day, which is on 28th. So I'm going to have an end stream. I think October 3rd.
Okay. Way to be in that, brother. Way to be. I like that. And somebody else is running a campaign right now, and he's doing very well. Mr. Calderon. All right. Yeah. What's old is new again, right?
What's old is new again. Yes, sir. This is the Dreamweavers.
It's already funded.
It's already funded. You know, we're trying to get it up there. Obviously, the more the merrier. But this is a comic book that I initially had done in 1992 with my good buddy Matt Lunsford. The thing is you know, I wanted to bring it back to life, so I remastered it. I relettered it. We rescanned all the pages. I mean, touched it up, and we got it in full color. I got some fantastic new artists to do some awesome looking covers. So there's plenty of these cool looking covers to get. And there's also, when Jake keeps going, there's also the 2 original covers that Matt had done back in the day. So those are available. They're available in prismatic foil, metal. You know, you can get naughty, bikini, however you want it. But it's 100 pages, full color. We hit our first stretch goal. You'll get these 2. These are screensavers for your phone. It was suggested to me. Somebody said they're popular, so I was like, okay, fine. Okay. And then at 3,000, we're going to give away another 2. These are some of the pages. And, you know, it's one of these things where it's like, you know, I've spoken about it and I keep talking about it. When we did this stuff, I mean, we were kids. I mean, I wrote this when I was 19. Matt drew this. He was probably, if I was 19, he was probably about 18.
Oh, wow.
You know, 17, something like that.
This looks great for a 17-year-old.
Yeah. I mean, you know, and that's the thing. We were really, really young. Wow. But it came out in 92. So, no, he might have been 18, 19, somewhere in that area.
Okay. Well, you know what? For somebody that age, looks great.
First year college. And let me tell you something. This looks fantastic.
Yeah.
We're doing this. So far we have the first 3 issues are done. We're looking to hopefully raise some capital to complete the series. That's the craziest thing. We never got to finish it. We got to issue 3. We got 1 special out, and we're looking to finish it. And when you see issue 2, you're gonna look at this. You're gonna be like, oh, this kid went through a quantum leap of like in his skill set. Because I'm telling you, and the reason it happened is funny. His class, he was studying with Will Eisner. They took a field trip up to the Marvel offices, and I remember him coming back, and he looked like starstruck / traumatized. And he had seen the Jim Lee X-Men pages in person. Like, he held them in his hands, and he got to see them with the inks, and he was like, he came back
transformed him.
Yeah. Like, I'm telling you, like, this stuff looks good. But when you see the second issue, you're gonna be like, holy, nice. You know, but the thing is, you know, and here's the thing, this is a 48-page comic. It's pretty much self-contained. This can be taken as a one-shot. It has a beginning, has a middle, has an end. It continues on to the second issue, or you could just read it all on its own. And we have PDFs. You know, we have PDFs. We have multiple issues. You know, go check it out, man. I think you might enjoy it. So, you know, we were young and we were having fun. So there it is.
We got more than 3 weeks to go.
Yep, we got more than 3 weeks.
We're already funded.
Yep.
So is that for those screensavers? Was there a template for that?
Daphne said she's the, you know,
graphic designer.
She's the one who preps all of us.
Yeah, she's the one that does the graphic design. So, you know, I put all my faith in her. So.
Well, I saw Tom a moment ago pull out his Critter action figure, right? And I think it's time to let everybody know that Unstoppable Comics will be launching an action figure of their own on Kickstarter September 14th, Saturday. These are old pictures. I got to put this stuff together, but it's just a quick show. The pre-launch page will go live this Sunday. I mean, it's pending approval, but what's
I
up?
like that picture. Why'd you take it down so fast? It's a very nice picture.
So that's it against the backdrop of the trade for Shield.
What scale is that action figure?
So this is going to be a 1/18th scale, approximately 4 inches long. This is not the test cut. I got to let everybody know this is the 3D print from the STL files that will be sent to the factory. But we got to put up for display so we can show it off, show people what it will look like up against other things. And I do have those photos set up, and I will be showing those people as we are promoting the campaign for this. We are in for the long haul on this bad boy. We're going to be running this campaign for approximately 2 months because we're looking for a lot of dough. So you're going to be seeing me out and about, show this bad boy off. And if you are coming to New York Comic Con, stop by booth 1948 where you can actually see this up close and personal, and maybe something else. Just saying, it'll be there. I hope that the manufacturer will be there, showing off one of their other brands as well. But aside from that, the artist and the writer for Shield of the Interceptor will be at the Unstoppable Comics booth for New York Comic Con weekend. So you can get your books signed and ask us questions about the character.
Are you doing the retailer thing on Wednesday?
On like a retailer tier itself?
No. So you saw they extended New York Comic Con an extra day, and they're
for Wednesday. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Are you going to do that?
I am going to be attending whatever I can attend. Yeah.
Okay.
Priority is to get there early and set up the booth as
well.
As
they're doing. They said they're going to do the round tables like they do for Comics Pro.
Oh, nice. Do I got to sign up for that early?
I don't know.
Or can I just walk in?
I don't know. I mean, you might want to. Whoever is your coordinator for that,
yeah.
You might want
to. I'll reach out to him. I'll definitely reach out to him.
Yeah, they announced that 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago that they were going to do. So Comics Pro was going to be there at New York Comic Con, and then they announced they were going to do the retailer roundtable thing.
So I got to check because Milton Greek with ICV2 usually runs his event during the con.
Yes.
I want to see if he's doing it prior to the con.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know when his direct to retailer thing is running. It's running right now for games, but they haven't done. It's not set up for comics yet.
Gotcha. Okay. So we got stuff going, folks. We got a lot of campaigns coming up. Tom, what you got coming up next?
September 7th, we're doing what we're calling the Back to School Book Fair. So we're going to have all of our back catalog available in a big campaign, some discount prices, so we can get people into the books before we start our 15th anniversary in January. Nice. And then in October, we'll be launching it when we're at Big Texas Comic Con. We'll be doing our last real campaign of the year with Critter number 24.
Okay. Nice.
It's called the Big Texas Comic Con?
Big Texas Comic Con, yeah, down in San Antonio.
I guess they don't make you pay for the streets that you got to drive on in San Antonio.
They invited us to come there with Nia Rufino. So she and I will be down there, and we'll be launching the campaign on Friday.
Cool.
Or on Saturday.
Oh, so you're going to launch the campaign while you're at the event.
Yep.
Very cool. Do you have anything set up during the event to tie into the campaign for people that are at the event? Because that's something I've been.
Yeah, we'll have it set up so that because we'll have Friday, which will be great because we can tell everybody that's there Friday. Like, come back tomorrow, be here at noon. We're going to launch the campaign. When we launch the campaign, everybody that backs while you're there when we're doing the launch, we'll have like a free mini print by Nei or some kind of bonus item for them to get while they pledge at the booth.
Nice. Okay. I like that.
So that's a question.
Sandra Adams, she likes the show. Thanks, Sandra.
How do you handle pledges at the table?
Yeah, that is a great. All right, that's a great.
Everybody
question.
has a phone, Marvin.
No,
Everybody has a phone.
I like what Marvin's asking because I was going to ask that after the show, but you know what? Let's throw this out there. Let's show everybody how we let down our guard and we talk business. Once
Well, I don't understand the question. Everybody's got a phone.
Let me no.
Pledge.
But what can you do for people who are pledging at the con that will not piss off people who are not at the con? And
If people are getting pissed off because you're giving something away for people that are at a con, those people don't give a shit about your book anyway. If they're concerned about, hey, this guy got a mini print or this guy got a blah, 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 whatever, we already know that there are always exclusives at cons. And if you go to the con and you're part of this thing, then we do this thing. And when we do other things, you know, like I don't see people getting upset that my Patreon folks get free books because they're Patreon members, right? They're not like, oh, fuck you, I can't buy this book, right? You know, returning backers get bonus stuff oftentimes. So I don't think that anyone who's complaining about like, oh, well, I didn't get a print, well, come to the con. I mean, like these guys came to the con, they spent money, they took their time to come to the booth. They're here, they're you know, engaging in it. You know, we've done these types of things around the country. We've had booths at cons where we've given away our banners. We've had raffles to give away our banners. So if you're not at that con, you can't win the banner, you know, because you're not part of the raffle. So, you know, I think there's a very limited amount of people that are going to get bent out of shape that, oh, that guy got something because he's at a con. There's con exclusives. That's
right. What we're really going for is like, so how do you do like the URL piece? Do you have like use a QR code, have them scan the code, and then?
Well, we'll probably have because we're going to launch it live right there. So I don't know that we can have a Q. Oh no, we can because the link to the sign up page goes to the live link once it's live. So yes, so we can have a QR code and they can be ready to go. They can scan it and be like, okay, at noon we're going to push go and you guys can come scan it and go in. Or if they just want to, if they have the app, they can just automatically, they can do it themselves.
So then how do you handle someone who's never used Kickstarter before and they want to have a battery of questions that they want to ask you?
We will. I mean, I've had that happen at cons before, and we just do the best we can to be like, look, we'll answer your questions, but we have 30 other people that were
That's what my concern is. Like I have to 15 minutes to get this person set up on Kickstarter while.
I mean, the thing with Kickstarter is it's so easy. It's like go to Kickstarter, pick what you want, fill out your information, and you're done. Like it's so easy that if someone's really like giving you a hassle about it, again, right? If I got 30 people over here that are like, ding, 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 hey, I need my print, that's where I have to focus. Yeah. And if the person's willing to wait, I'm happy to sit there and be like, okay, here, okay, here, okay, here. But at that initial surge of like energy that's happening and people that are like, I got it. That's where you have to just put your energy and then just be like, look, you're going to be fine. I'm going to take care of you. Like, let me just run these guys out the door so they can get back to the con. And then when we get it slowed down, then I will walk you through any questions that you might have. Yeah.
Or Jay hands them off to me.
There we go.
Yeah. If you've got people, that's the other thing is I'm going to ask the con if I can actually get like a volunteer to help me while we're there, because all the volunteer would have to do is just sort of check people's pledges. Like, yeah, pledge, there's your print, pledge, print, and he can just hand out prints. Like that's super easy. And that way,
you would get that alert. You would get the alert that they pledged.
Right, exactly. But like if they're on their phone and they're like, look, I pledged, like that's all we need. Like, ding, okay, we got it. That way I don't have to be like, well, okay, let me get it on the list. Like, just show me your authorization.
Crap,
yeah, right. Show me your authorization and you're good to go. And look, it's not gonna end my day if a couple of people jack around. But yeah, if I can get a volunteer to just be like, look, you're gonna stand here and they're going to show you an authorization and you're going to give them a print and let I sign it. And then away they go. That'll be super easy. And then I can help anybody that's got a problem.
Yeah. It's giving me ideas, Ryan. Giving me ideas, buddy. Frank's coming on. He's saying, go watch Alien Romulus. Based on what you two guys said earlier, I think you disagreed.
No, it's watchable.
I liked it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm watching it. I'm seeing it tomorrow morning. So
it's a watchable movie. Like I said, there's just nothing there that's new. Like
Okay.
like
Remember,
within the context
all-
of like the storytelling, it's just you've seen all of this before for the most part.
Right. It's all personal preference. He may love it. It may be his favorite alien movie ever.
Okay.
Who knows?
I hope
yours.
you liked it, Frank. I hope it was money well spent, brother. You know, hope it was money well spent, and I hope that your time with us tonight has been well spent. Everybody, I want to thank you.
You got 14 more minutes. What are you doing?
Yeah. What the hell?
Is he
Jeez.
crossing his arms over there? What, is he falling asleep?
Good Lord.
I thought we were good. All right.
You could mention something about comic news.
Okay, so
You didn't mention the Lord of the Rings animated show.
Well, you said something about
come on.
new comic publishers. Like, what was that about?
Okay, so here's the comic book publisher. All right, Scott Pilgrim creator.
Okay.
Uh,
I don't know who that is.
I
But
thought it was the producer.
excuse me, Scott Pilgrim versus World producer teams with publishing veterans to launch a new comic book company. So Eric Getter has recruited indie comic book vets Philip Sablik, who was the former editor-in-chief at Boom, and Jamie S. Rich, along with comics creators Jeremy Hahn, for the new venture. Now, is Jamie S. Rich one of the guys who was involved in the Comixology?
I don't know if he was IDW. I don't remember. I've seen his
Yeah,
name.
it says it
around.
right there. Former
Yeah.
IDW head.
Yes. Okay.
So is this really a new publisher, or is it an imprint like it's going to be under Image?
No, I think it's a new publishing. Like
yeah, I think they're their own entity. The Untitled Company will eschew superheroes and lean toward horror, science fiction, crime, and fantasy. The company did not disclose funding, nor did it unveil a slate, although it hopes to lock up creators by the end of the year or early next. Its goal is to begin putting out books sometimes in 2025.
we had Joe Quesada is doing his own new company.
He is doing his own, but his is an imprint through
is it?
Matt Cave.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah,
And
Matt Cave is snatching up a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Mad Cave's going to be out of business in 3 years at this rate.
Matt Cave has gotten seed money from a major publisher.
and that doesn't mean they're not going to burn.
That means
it.
jack shit.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But they've got a war chest. How long is it going to last them?
Yeah.
I don't know. How well can they manage it?
There was a company called Double Take that came out. They had $2 million to get themselves set up, and they were dead in 2 years.
Right. I mean, but are these new publishers popping up as a farm for?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
And if those deals fall through, that's going to kill the company.
Look at Aftershock. That was Aftershock.
I mean, here's
There's
the
a company
thing.
called Embracer that does that for video games. It's
Yeah.
snatching up IP and
Here's
kill everything.
the thing. We've seen these particular gentlemen. I'm sure they're fine editors and they're fine creators and all that stuff. We have seen them go from company to company, form new companies, and what do? They make money, obviously.
Yes.
But do the creators make any money? Right? When was the last time we've seen a Bone or a Cerebus? Right? When was the last time we've seen that breakout creator come out of the indie ranks? Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Tom, do you even remember?
No. God.
An
What's the
indie
closest?
creator.
We're talking about like somebody like Bone, like on that level. Bone.
No, Kirkman is probably the most recent example of like a true star that came out of it. But yeah, no, I understand. But but at the time he wasn't. He originally was doing his own shit. Then he got into Image and built himself through Image.
Then he went to Marvel, right? And that's how he.
Sure. Yeah. Of course.
But I'm talking about
Can Mike Mignola be counted as one of those indie guys that broke out, even though it was Dark Horse putting this stuff?
Sure, but that's 30 years ago.
right, and he also had a pedigree over at Marvel and DC.
He was a Marvel guy. Yeah, it's very rare for someone to just purely Brian Pulido. It's very rare that a guy will just like create something and it just is eternal and keeps going.
Right.
But even Pulido bumped himself up by doing a lot of licensed work, horror licensing, and he did some stuff for Marvel and so on too. But
right.
The
Halloween miniseries he did, right?
Create, Lady Death and Evil Ernie and all that stuff, and he had his his creation. So, but that's the very much the exception, and not Terry Moore, right?
Moore is one,
So they're out there. Wendy and Richard Pini, they're out there, but they're
but
generally
in the last 10 years.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Most of these people were around during the boom of the 80s and the 90s to position themselves where they are now. Billy Tucci, for example, is another one. But again, all the way back.
90s,
and so nowadays I don't know. I mean, there is the guy who's moving himself up now, but again, he's moving himself through other places. The guy who's doing Transformers, who did that book called Do a Power Bomb, the wrestling book. But and so he got popular, and now he got the Transformers pickup.
He's also writing the Hulk.
Oh, is he? I didn't know that.
He's writing the Hulk now.
Yeah,
he's writing a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of shit all over the place. But for me, he was new. I didn't know who the hell he was. But
oh my god, he's got 3 names. What's his name? I like that word.
Joshua Williamson or something.
No, not Joshua
Williams. Another way. He's good though.
Oh my god, I really like Dual Powerbomb and not William Messner Loves.
No, William Messner Loves. That's the guy who wrote the Max.
Right, this guy has 3 names, and I've
Edward James Olmos.
Lou Diamond Phillips.
Funny enough, going back to earlier tonight,
Sean Williams
says Daniel Warren Johnson.
There you go, Daniel Warren Johnson.
Yep.
Yes, thank you, William.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
There are guys that can come up from the indie ranks and then latch on to like Marvel, DC, and get these kind of gigs. But Do a Powerbomb is not going to be a thing that is like an eternal, like Lady Death. Like Terry Moore's stuff. That kind of thing. So it's right now. The indie world is more like, let me make some books for myself, and that's just what I'm going to do.
Right.
But if I can get a chance to latch on to something else, I'll take it. Like I got to write for Dynamite. I do the Bad Kitty thing. So, and Aspen published my books for a little while, and now Ann Arbor Press is publishing my books. But my focus still, even though I've worked for other companies, is still like I still want to make my stuff be something that is, quote unquote, eternal.
I want to jump on this because this charges me right here. This charges the emotional well right here. Going through my pile of shame, and 2 minutes ago, I just finished issue number 3 of New York versus the World. Well done. It was pretty demented, and it looked great. So I loved it.
So he thinks you're demented.
I love it. Nice. That's exactly what I was going for.
It's a compliment.
Exactly what I was going for, man. I love that.
I mean,
I love that. I love that. I love that. It was bad.
When did you ship out all those books?
I shipped it out. I shipped all of them, but the one that's in my trunk waiting for you.
He's gonna have you climb in the trunk to look for it. And
Calderon, you should just go digital, man. Go digital. You'll have it day funny? One. You don't have to worry.
I think I got his last 2 books in my trunk.
Probably.
But you read it, dude. You read it. You read the digital. Okay, William says.
William says, copy, sir.
Mark Miller.
Yeah.
Well, Mark Miller was a big Marvel guy too.
Right. He had a lot of corporate backing, dude. Yeah. He did.
Yeah. I mean, he apprenticed with Grant Morrison, so
I don't know.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like, you see these same gentlemen and they're they have this pedigree of IDW and Boom and all this other stuff, and they have these successes, but IDW is a bit of a shamble, right? It's a shell of what it was. Boom, I don't really know. Right, I think didn't they recently get sold off to somebody?
Yeah. They did. They did. They got bought by Penguin Random House, which is like
right. I mean, who the hell knows what they're gonna do with them?
Right.
So I mean, it's one of these things where it's just like like I see who's getting rich, and it's not the creators.
That's right.
Right.
That's the age old.
I don't know because you got James Tynion, who is the indie darling right now.
But James,
right? Yeah, but he came out of DC,
Batman, and he originally came out of a book called The Woods,
right?
A very good book.
Yeah, old Boom book.
He worked his way up, kind of similar to Cullen Bunn, right? Cullen Bunn's another one of these guys that worked his way up.
Well, all right. So this is not me trying to tear somebody's building down.
Mm.
All right, you got Charlie Stickney,
But
you got Charlie Stickney who's out there and he's kicking ass, right?
Yeah.
And he just got a development deal. Way to be for his book White Ash.
Yeah.
Way to be, way to be, way to be. He is definitely considered an indie guy,
Yeah.
but he's got major publishing credit also. Right? What was it with Scout? He was the editor in chief or something.
Yeah,
along
but
those
that's still
lines?
indie stuff. That's not.
Yeah,
Is it though?
Yeah.
But there was
Of
they had
course.
corporate
Yeah,
backing.
it is.
Yeah, Scout is still
Scout's very indie and almost out of business.
Right.
Okay. So then can we say Charlie Stickney is fitting the bill for you, Calderon, or no?
No.
Why not?
I mean, when we talk about something like Bone, we're talking about here's the thing. When
He
Bone
hasn't
was
gotten
coming
there
out-
yet with White Ash.
Right. Well, he's been out there with White Ash for a minute, and Charlie's a great guy, and he does a
Yeah, I
fantastic
agree.
book.
I agree.
And the thing is, though, is like, when we're talking about something like Bone, though, that would have features in Wizard. That would have features in other magazines. You understand?
But we don't have that anymore.
Right, but we do still have Bleeding Cool. We still have some of these other websites. And, we know what they talk about. It's not really comics. They're mostly just, they're just press releases for movies. Right? So that's the thing. I mean, where does it sit? Also, the other thing is when Bone was at its peak, I think he was selling around 40,000 copies through the direct market. Eventually went on to move over to Scholastic and has sold millions of copies worldwide.
Mhm.
Okay, of that series. Listen, I wish that wholeheartedly for Charlie. I hope he gets it.
So
And, but only time will tell.
okay. So besides Charlie and Brian, who else is at that level within our community?
Nobody.
Probably
That's my
the only other person that's climbing right now is Dan Mendoza.
See, and I'm not familiar with Dan. I don't know what Dan does.
That zombie.
Dan
Tramp.
is Zombie Tramp. He's his
Okay.
own company now, but he started with Zombie Tramp. And then he was with Action Lab for a while before they
Okay.
hosed him. And that's when he went.
part of that dirt group. That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then he went and started his own company, Still Ill Comics, and he left Zombie Tramp with them. And then over the years, he fought and got it back, and now he's got it back, part of his whole thing. But he's doing Kickstarter campaigns that are like 100,000 plus now.
Oh, way to be on that. Good shit.
Yeah. So he's the only guy that I think right now that I see that it's sort of on the come up. But he's also very specific. He's very Brian Pulido. He's very Bad Girl, not safe for work stuff, which is fine. But I'm just saying he's in that niche versus like a superhero thing or a Western thing or, whatever else you want to like do a power bomb, right? He's very in that niche and that's what he does. So yeah, he's the only guy that I kind of see sort of out there elevating right now.
Okay. All right. Listen, anybody who can make money doing this stuff, way to be. This is a tough fucking racket, man.
I will tell you guys this. I am in the process of putting a pitch Bible thing together for a producer for one of my books.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Good luck. Good fucking luck, dude. Really. I see you winning as all of us winning, man. Because the more
Yeah, you just want a ticket down the red carpet. That's all you want.
fuck yeah, dude.
Here's the thing. Okay, here's the deal. If we get on the red carpet, you have to do a live show. You got to wear like a tuxedo T-shirt. Like you got to be like, ridiculous Jay on the red carpet, interviewing all of the people for StreamYard.
Lock it the fuck in, dude. How about that? If you hit
Red
it,
hit with a good time.
even if it's a red carpet in Peoria, okay, I'm locking it in. We're gonna do that. But no, because it's my opinion that if they're looking at you, or if you even get a shot to knock at the fucking door, that means others may have that shot.
Yeah,
and it's going beyond the whole rehashed, repeated, retreated stuff that's out there, right? The well that they've tapped forever. Start tapping some of our stuff.
Yeah,
So if it's
tap me,
happening-
baby. Tap me, baby.
Tap, just don't tap him in the back. I don't know if he'll like that. You know, but you got to pay for the maintenance of that lake somehow, bro.
I'm telling you, just need a little
But
option
you said
money.
you weren't going to bring up the lake, and you brought it up.
Little option money is fine.
I screwed up.
did.
I'm sorry.
He did.
I'm sorry.
Now
see,
you end the show. That's it.
Had I
Now I'm
ended
out.
it earlier, I wouldn't have brought it up. I would have gotten away with it. I would have gotten away with it.
I would have
All
got
right.
away with it if it wasn't for you nosy kids and that dumb dog.
I love that show. I really did love Scooby. Scooby was my shit. Calderon, where can they catch you, brother?
The OswaldChronicles.com, Facebook, all these different places on the JD Calderon. Most importantly, the Dreamweavers is currently on Kickstarters. Go check that out. Sunday night, I will be back on the air with Tom and Jay. Yeah. We will be on there talking comics. So there you go.
Doing
Good
stuff.
shit.
Doing
Marvin, where can they find you, brother?
right here on the YouTubes tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna do that thing.
What's gonna be what's the YouTube link?
YouTube link. I can drop that into the chat.
Drop that in the chat, brother. Drop that in the chat. All right. Ryan, where can they catch you, bro?
Here on YouTube. In 2 months, we're going to be at Comic-Con. You can catch us there, catch us in person.
Booth 1948?
Other than 1948. Other than that, I don't know, whenever I get invited back for the show.
Oh, my God.
Don't put it like that. Like,
I haven't busted his chops at all. I got to bust his chops.
The link
Wait,
is
you put it in a private chat. You didn't put it in the...
well, you have to make me a...
Oh, I do?
Yeah, give me a register, brother.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was automatic. My apologies. Okay. So when I put this in the public chat, Tom, where can they find you, bro?
BigDogInc.com. Go buy books.
There you go.
Okay. And I'm still trying to figure out how to fix the Unstoppable Comics website right now, which has been down for a few days.
The traffic that was going to it was so crazy. We got DDoSed out of business.
Oh my God! I wish that was the. Oh yes, that was the case. Yes. But
Spin it, baby.
aside from that, so you can find me Unstoppable Comics pretty much on everything, even Substack, which is not on this list, but Instagram Unstoppable Comics, Facebook Unstoppable Comics, Twitter Unstoppable Com, and on YouTube we are Comic Book Streamland.
Gotta get you on Threads, Jay.
Unstoppable Comics. On Threads, I think I'm Jay the Unstoppable.
Twitter's
So
a
anywhere else,
wasteland.
Jay the Unstoppable to go directly to me. New York Comic Con, booth 1948. Check out The Edge, launching tomorrow. Check out Dreamweavers, which is on Kickstarter. And do not forget, please, we are starting the ball rolling right now. The Shield of the Interceptor 1/18th scale action figure will go live on Kickstarter Saturday night, September 14th. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Have a good night, everybody.
Peace.